But hormones tend to hit us hard, especially as ladies. Unfortunately, we get like what I call is like the trifecta. Like we get hit when we are teenagers with the evils of like acne and unfun things like that, and excess oil, and just feeling like a grease lick, to that middle 30s, maybe I just had a baby and now I'm getting the evils of melasma, to a little bit later on in life when we get hit again and now all of a sudden we're going through menopause and we're getting hair in places we don't want a hair. We're getting spots in places we don't want to see spots, and our skin is just dry. So hormones play a huge part in our skin and what our skin looks like, feels like, acts like. So there are things that you can do. There are things that you can, take as far as like different prescriptions to kind of adjust how hormones act with our skin. Typically, like I said, when you're younger, you get hit with like the first phase of just it doesn't have to be full-fledged like evil acne. It can be just a little bit of acne here and there. Pretty much you can get into quite a few different prescriptions to like balance those hormones. A lot of doctors will go straight to using, like means of like a birth control or a low dose estrogen or something to kind of like balance that back out. I have seen gals being that young, even like, young 20s, where they have such a shift in their hormones to where all of a sudden, they're getting, hair in places they shouldn't be getting. Like, they shouldn't be getting a full-fledged beard, or, like the upper lip all of a sudden is getting dark, thick, evil hair. We can help with any of that along the way, whether we start with the acne, getting into like hair removal with the lasers. It's a night and day, huge change for someone who is going through these changes in their body already, and now they're seeing it on their face, unfortunately, and we can help with that. There's a couple different things that we can do here, especially laser hair removal. Two things like melasma. You have your young mama and you have had this kiddo, and the kiddo is beautiful, but that kiddo caused a lot of shifts in your skin, and we get acne all over again. And melasma being like the pregnancy mask that wraps kind of around the face. It's completely changed your skin. Now you have to watch, really be careful what you're doing as far as like your sun exposure, and you can't do lasers, and you need to use, certain acids and bleaching agents, and it's a lot harder. There are typically things out there, there are different prescriptions, there are different creams, potions, and lotions that will help to get us through, whatever hormonal shift is giving us at whatever point in time in life we have. I would say more so than not, I see a lot of gals like in their mid-30s who all of a sudden are getting another shift of like teenage acne, and they're like, what the heck is going on? And that's exactly what it is. It's just another shift in hormones, and we have to adjust what we're using, and we can't use what we were using in our 20s anymore. We do have to come in and kind of reassess, and maybe getting on a retinol or something that's going to help with cell turnover, or using like a different type of chemical peel, or even just using, a toner that has a little bit of a liquid exfoliant in it. Just something to kind of adjust to work with whatever, shift our skin is having thanks to hormones. That tends to be a little bit more popular. Then as we get a little bit older as women, we get that next stage where we're getting like just this whammy. Like all of a sudden we're going through menopause, our sunspots show up, and we want to get rid of those. Whether you're getting rid of it with laser or chemical peels, we have a couple different tricks, a couple different things that we can use. All of a sudden we're again getting that hair in places we don't want hair. Unfortunately, once that hair goes clear or gray, like I can't do too much, but I can definitely help. And then the dryness, the skin just layers and layers and layers itself. So then it's a means of coming in and seeing how do we deeply exfoliate the skin so that our products are are working properly. The layering, that's where you get that dull skin that almost looks, I hate to say it, almost lifeless, because it's just where it shouldn't be. So when we're younger and we're at 18, our skin's shifting every 18 days. When we get in our 50s, it takes 50 days. So my job is to get us back there so that we're not hanging on to every dry dead skin we've had. We can do that with quite a few different services here. We can do it with some things, in conjunction with doctor. If you are just over it and you want to get rid of the fine lines, the spots, the hair, let's bring out something like, you know, the CO2 laser, go a little bit bigger and just try to correct everything all at once. I like to baby step things. I like to say, come in, let's do a microderm, let's do a chemical peel. You know, we can do dermal planing, get rid of that fuzzy, you know, those hairs that we don't want anymore. The dark spots, I love IPL photofacials. You kind of see the spot, you nail the spot with the laser, you kind of look like I left you with a couple little coffee grounds, and then, you know, it will slowly start to dissipate, which that's a pretty rewarding feeling. Same with veins. I mean, my gosh, after having kids, we get veins in places we don't want them. So, you know, again, there's a lot of things that we can do to kind of help, whether, you know, doc comes in, or we use like the YAG laser and go in and correct those veins. There's a couple things that we can do, but yeah. Unfortunately, hormones just like to kick us when we're down as women, and you know, it's something that we all unfortunately do have to deal with as young ladies, and it's nothing that, you know, can't be corrected. It's just something that we have to adjust to. And again, whether it's the services or the stuff we're using at home, come on in. I mean, we'll go through everything. I'll give you all the options and say, hey, this is what I would do. This is what I wouldn't do. Please use this product and put that product away. Like, our skin's done and over with it. So definitely, we'll talk about diet too. Huge about diet, you know, hormones, soy, tons of estrogen in soy. So we got to be careful with certain things that we also ingest as women as well. So we'll go through little dietary things too. It's, you know, nothing hardcore. I'm not going to completely change your, you know, dietary daily basis, but just a couple little things to where if Mother Nature's about to show up, we want to adjust a couple of things that, you know, we're intaking. So together, we will go through everything, kind of find like the perfect fit for your lifestyle, and, you know, try to combat those evil hormones as much as we can.